Welcome back, subscribers, to the top boys, the Trash Opinions podcast. This week, unfortunately, we're missing one of the hosts.
Bitch ass nigga. I almost wanted to say his official name. He's a bitch. There's some way of sipping mimosas with his female friends.
Sipping mimosas, just.
You know you a bitch when you wearing red bottoms with your homegirls. Oh, bitch. Thank you for not coming though, little bitch.
Oh man, sad times. But yeah, we're missing a host named Drake. We're missing Drake this week, but you know he gave us the blessing and stuff, and we're gonna push ahead and get this episode out. So this is episode number 4, unofficially number 5.
Yep.
What we're gonna? Yeah, it's the 4th episode.
Yeah,
Four.
I thought it was. It's
about to be 5.
Damn, we didn't even talk about a title for it.
We don't need no title.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure out the title later, man. We're gonna call it Mikey Not Here.
Unloyal ass nigga.
Drake
Sorry,
is
this
Drake
loyal.
not here.
I said Mikey. What the fuck I said? I know what the fuck I said. Mikey Not Here. That's your real name. That's your real name.
Disloyal ass niggas. That's what we're gonna talk about.
First of all,
that should be a topic.
That's
we
the last
canceled
thing-
on this
that's
2
what the last
times
thing
in
he said.
one day. Oh my bad, y'all. I thought y'all said only Sunday. I can make Monday. Oh my bad, y'all. I got tickets to a Mimosa City party.
I forgot.
What, nigga? You don't even drink mimosa. What are you talking about?
But as the group slogan goes, like, don't trash our opinion because your opinion is trash.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and get our toast going. Okay.
How we gonna do this, man? How we gonna do this?
Start at the bottom. You know
Start at the bottom. Go up.
Oh, I ain't got nothing. Well,
Man,
what's that tequila at?
Yeah, bro. We about
Damn poison.
That poison.
That shit. Every time I have tequila, bro,
We
it's a rough time.
bottles. Every episode we drink tequila to get the festive started. You know, this is our way of celebrating life and gratitude to each other.
Oh, now you want to be conscious, bro.
Just wanted this shit to be my
Taking the
niggas.
bottles out of the fucking bottle girl's hands, stand on the table.
Yeah, so
Well, yeah.
I'm not below you.
No, you're not below me.
You're not below me.
I'm not above you.
But
Right
we all
beside
right
you.
beside each other, man.
Let's get it,
Top
let's get
boy
it.
entertainment, baby.
Oh, my bad. It's not Amsterdam. I forgot you were an Amsterdam boy.
Yeah, Amsterdam boys all day. That's how we get down.
And that's some nasty shit.
So the topics we're gonna be talking about today
Smooth.
are the NBA low ratings. We're gonna talk about the Joe Budden deal. We're gonna talk about Yaya Mayweather. We're also gonna talk about Toni Braxton and her latest comments she's made, and we're gonna add a little bit of dynamic to our usual talks, and we're gonna have a sport talk segment, and we're just gonna kind of freestyle that. And we really appreciate if people can get in the comments and just let us know what you think. Do you want to hear more sport talk? Do you want to hear more of the current topics and just hearing our views on it and, you know, pushing the envelope a
Do
little
you
bit?
want Mitch to continue to slander women? Black women? Yeah, I want him to continue that. I don't want him to continue that. I try to be famous. I love my black women.
But yeah, let us know if you want that as well. Like, well, whatever. We'll move to the beat of the drum that you guys can set because we're putting this together for you.
Fuck that. We ain't gonna listen to them. We gonna do what we want. It's our podcast. We ain't under no constraints. Shit.
So, yeah, talking about the NBA low ratings, like this is kind of the lowest that they've been at, you know, so far over the past decade. You know, as you pointed out, they've been dropping over the times, but this is the lowest point and the most weird, I guess, the peculiar type of with the context that comes with it. And we just want to start a discussion on like kind of what do you think is the biggest factor, or what do you think are some of the biggest factors to the low ratings at this point?
I don't know. You want to say something first? Man? What you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it could be the whole COVID situation. A lot of people don't got the means for cable, maybe. I don't know. It could be with the whole Black Lives Matter thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't really watch basketball much outside of the playoffs, but I'm not sure. What y'all think?
I think it's just too much accessibility now for other platforms. I mean, like, it's just too much everyone can focus their attention to during the times of the NBA. Like now, the NBA is playing at 1 o'clock in the day. Like no one is. People are not focusing their time to turn to TNT or ESPN when they are either on Instagram, they're listening to a podcast that just dropped. They are just too many things that's going on now, man. And it's like every day that the game's on. It's like every day doing the regular hours, doing your working hours. So I don't know if that plays a factor into it. I don't know, man. I think that it's weird to me because this actually is better basketball. Like everything that's been going on right now, outside of the crowds not being there, is to me. I think the crowds not being there is a benefit because these players don't have a home court advantage anymore. Right. They don't have a situation where it's like anybody's in their head. The only people that's in their head is the people that's on that court, and it's per basketball. That's why you see a lot of these high scoring games now. Because I mean, obviously they're not playing D no more. They never been playing D for the last maybe 5 to 10 years. Maybe they ain't been playing D. But the game is so much better now. You get a better perspective. These camera angles, you can hear a little bit more. It seems pure. Like everything seems pure. It's not all them distractions. It's not these fucking cheerleaders coming out during halftime. You know,
Sex sells, man.
It's not fucking mascots jumping around. This shit is
sells.
pure basketball now. So I'm not sure what it is that's causing people not to be into it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why basketball fell so hard over the last 5 years. Like, what is it about basketball? Maybe the icons. Maybe there's not. I mean, LeBron is a big ass icon though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Sure.
I think that. I don't know about that one.
So do you feel like politics and sports mix?
I think they always mix. There's always been politics in sports.
It's always been politics, but has it been to this extent?
But
Yes.
is Black Lives Matter really politics though?
Yes. Like we're
I
trying to
don't-
get police reform pushed through legislation and laws and stuff. So it's politics.
Yeah, you
I
gonna
guess.
you gonna fall on the Democratic line if you want. If you
Okay.
be out
I
line, like you
guess.
Black Lives Matter, you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be a Democrat. But politics this is not the first go round. This is not even the first massive media attention to it. I don't even think this is the biggest media attention to it. I think if you just look at the Kaepernick situation, that shit went on for years. I mean, they literally had Goodell and Jay-Z like actually having, what would you call that? Like a
They had a sit down
for the public.
Yeah, they signed Jay-Z to control the music for whatever events that were coming up to kind of promote the culture. And he was like the culture provocateur, whatever. Like he's the coordinator. Yeah, cutting the conductor. For the culture and music and all that stuff.
So what you thinking is, or towards your question, are you saying do politics and sport mix or should they mix?
Yes, should they mix? Well, both. I mean, you can kind of explore both, but I feel like the biggest factor.
I don't think they should mix. To be
you
honest.
think that sports that's a predominantly black, predominantly black athlete should not?
I'm not.
No, like no.
I feel like you shouldn't be so hard. It shouldn't be a hard edge that you're setting with your message. Like you can do the post game, I feel this, I feel that, but when people are coming together and they want entertainment, I don't want your politics being shoved down my throat.
I don't think I agree. I mean, that's like just asking people not to be human.
So when you go to work, what's the known idea? Like when you go to work, you don't talk about religion and you don't talk about politics because that sets division and it fucks up the culture of wherever you're working at.
Right.
But that's true.
Good point.
But companies are controlled by religion and politics. Yeah. So whatever's going on in the world politically or religiously, it affects how the company starts to treat its employees. Yeah. So you can say that it's like the forbidding rule, like that's the not the forbidden rule, but it's like the unwritten, the unwritten rule. Yeah. But we all know that at the end of the day, politics plays a lot into company performances on what people deem as what they deserve, treatment wise. It's not like perfect example. So now you're thinking about how at work religiously, let's say religiously speaking. If a company does not allow you to have the ability to wear whatever you want, then now you talking religion. Now religion becomes the unforbidden thing to talk about. We gotta talk about this because why can't I wear this hijab? Why can't I wear this? Why can't I wear my hair like this? Why can't I wear dreads? You can't push that down people's throat. If you feel me, they can say whatever they want that is not part of the discussion, but it's always part of the environment. I don't think you can escape religion or politics because that shit. If perfect example is Under Armour. Look at Under Armour when what's his name? Kevin Plank, when he was pro-Trump, they bashed his ass. And now look at him. He's no longer the head of Under Armour. He's no longer the president of Under Armour. He gave that position up because he knew that. Now he knew that. First of all, he had to be political. He had to have a political stance, regardless of his position in the company, because he is a Republican. They wash each other's hands. So when the motherfuckers start speaking up, it affects their company. So you can say that it's. I can say you can say it's forbidden, but it doesn't seem like it.
So I think it's forbidden in the sense that it's not that you can't say it. It's not that you can't voice your opinion, but it's forbidden as it's affecting the business now. It's not like you got to remember that these athletes are entertainers. That's all they are. And if you don't entertain us, then I'm not going to watch your product. If I don't watch your product, then you don't generate revenue. You don't get your money.
Best ways to entertain people was through religion and politics.
Yes, but so sports was seen as like a getaway from regular life, from politics.
That was like
from
in the 50s. That might even been, like that's back in the day though.
And the ratings have been falling. Like,
so you think politics is the reason that the NBA is hurting the most because they're the most politically staying forward?
Now, the reason why the ratings are in the gutter now versus 5 years ago versus 10 years ago is because everything is super political now. Like, everything is a big thing. We got BLM across the court. We got social justice slogans on the back of people's jerseys
bullet
and stuff.
holes in the women's jerseys. That shit was dope. I like that shit. Little bullet holes.
But so before it was like, years ago, I felt like it was like, hey, if I see somebody in a jersey that looks like mine or whatever, I fucks with you. We can go share beer. We can be friends. But now it's like I see somebody in my jersey.
Not the Redskins jersey. or I know you ain't got the old Redskins, nigga. We are called the Washington team. Nigga, don't be fucking wearing the Redskins jersey around me. I get you.
Or just not even just that. But like, say if we got the same Eagles jerseys on.
Right.
Now I got to figure out, are you a fucking Republican?
I don't think people look at it like that.
Okay.
I don't think people was looking
sports
at it like
was a way to get people together though, because you know what I'm saying. You could be from the left or the right, but if you share love for a team, you know what I'm saying. Then you know what I'm saying. That's one thing you can agree on. Right. You know what I'm saying. So I feel like I would have to agree with Kane. Like that's one thing.
Fuck
now that
shit, bro. Fuck that. I don't believe that. I believe that politics is not leaving sports, and it's going to get even more into sports. And it's going to be you got to see that because the football teams is changing their names.
It's not leaving sports at all.
It's not leaving.
But that's because like,
well, they should have been changed the name. To be honest, they've been fighting that for years. But now with this whole atmosphere now because the Redskins, that's like saying the DC niggas. Like that's what it is. That's a racial slur to Indians. So they've been fighting that for a long ass time, but they finally got it this year.
So my thing is this: should it be mixed? Yes, it should be mixed because that's almost like asking humans not to be human. That's how I'm looking at it. And I don't know if the ratings are. I don't believe that politics is the reason because NBA been falling for years. I kind of had the argument of this that I feel like as soon as it became more of a touchy league. I was listening to some people talking about how the NBA brought in the referees to manage some of the policies and stuff, and their whole goal now is to protect their star players. Like that's what the whole NBA is now, is to protect
that's what
the
the
star
NFL
players.
is too.
I don't know about the NFL.
Wasn't that the argument for Jordan when he was getting superstar
he was like
cars?
he was gonna
he was like the one that they was gonna make sure became a star icon for the NBA. He was gonna be the face of the NBA regardless. Well, not regardless, but he deserved that face plate, and they were gonna make sure that face plate got its shine. You know, and I don't know. I think that may have hindered them because they took away from the purity of the game. Because niggas, you remember when it was a time where like everybody was flopping. Everybody was flopping.
Ginobili had introduced that shit to the league.
And I think that's when the ratings started to drop. Because when the flopping started was when like LeBron first went to the Heat, and the decision was a big situation, and LeBron was known as the biggest flopper. Yeah. And now it's like it went from LeBron, and then the next big person whose name is the biggest flopper was James Harden. And you feel me? And I think that the persona of the NBA started to get the look of this is a pussy boys league. Like, yo, you're sensitive.
It's been that way, but continue.
Until like the playoffs come.
Huh?
And they start playing defense around like playoff time.
It's been that way. I would say for the last 10 years. I don't think before that. When Allen Iverson and Kobe.
Oh, that was a different league. That was a different time though.
But in the last decade, I feel like that's when it changed.
Same things happen in football. Like everybody knows the risk of playing football. You just
and the ratings are steadily going down, along with all of the additions to the networks and shit. All the shit you can watch now. I mean, all the time you can spend doing other things. Sports is not the only way you can be cool now. You know, you could do so many other. We doing podcasting right now. 10 years ago, no one was listening to podcasts.
True.
Who's gonna spend their time when a Joe Rogan drops some shit? That could fuck up everybody's time. If Joe Rogan he dropped Mike Tyson recently, so he dropped that during the playoffs. Who's to say that, you feel me? People was like, yo, all right, let me watch this 3 hours. 3 hours is one game. You feel me? Niggas is not watching basketball now.
I'm just saying, you think we got all this time on our hands because of the current situation, and a lot of people unfortunately don't have work or whatever. A lot of people that do have work, it's been reduced in the capacity of time that's demanded for you to work and stuff. Why would they pass on seeing world-class athletes just to listen to a podcast of somebody else? Like, this is like,
because some of these podcasts have the world-class athletes. Mike Tyson.
But this is like live world-class athlete stuff. Like, this is, why not keep up with it?
I kind of fall back on, I think that people view NBA differently now. Because whenever you talk to someone who never was a basketball person, and now that they watch the they're like, it's soft now. You can't touch nobody. And you know what makes it worse? It's the Hall of Famers are contributing to the whole narrative of that. Like you hear Charles Barkley, you hear Shaq all saying, yeah, if this person from back in the day was in this league now, they'd destroy it. So if everyone has this perception of this game is watered down now, it becomes easy to be looking at it like, hey, I mean, what are we watching? Is it really a great game, or is it just a spectacle now? Is it pure basketball? I mean, I personally appreciate the new offense that's been driven, but some people may miss that nitty gritty of the defense.
So do you think the Warriors and their style of ball has added to this problem with ratings? Because people don't want to see jump shots. Now. Like you got people like me. I want to see the inside out. I want to see the game inside out, and I don't want to see jumpers all fucking day. I hate that shit. How many people feel that way as well? Is that a big factor that's hurting the ratings as well? Like, I still feel like politics is the biggest, but there's other reasons that come into play as well. I'm not saying.
When did politics come in within this last decade to make you feel like that's the reason the ratings started going down?
Since Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
That's NFL.
But that's like sports in general. Like, so you got the NBA that was hurt with the ratings, but they're not the only ones that are doing this Black Lives Matter. Let's stand for this. Let's stand for that. You've seen all these businesses, but you also see in the NHL, they're being hurt by shit because they did a Black Lives Matter tribute. The MLB did a Black Lives Matter tribute. MLB, they were already born or whatever. Right. But the NHL were complaining like, hey, we're losing fans because we did all this Black Lives Matter stuff, all this social justice stuff. Like, I just feel like politics is just creating a divide that is toxic. Like, people don't want to tune into this shit because now we got to look at how, like, say white people, they got to look at how they're evil or whatever and all this, and they can't just enjoy
the game. Enjoy the game.
Shooting the hoop.
They knew they evil. They know they evil. But they reminded through other avenues that them niggas is evil. They know that they evil. Them niggas, they so evil that they got to tell each other they evil. Like, yo, you remember what we did? Like, yo, what the fuck? It's like, yo, they all know that they evil, yo. They go to work and you be like, they even try to pin out the ones that's the evil ones. Like, nah, he's the real racist one. Like, nigga, y'all all is the right. You feel me? Like, they already know that they the evil ones. I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying, and I kind of want to agree. I just feel like I think that the evolution of sports is the real decree into the reason why people don't watch it no more. Because every sport that you name, there's a reason why no one's watching these sports outside of politics. Like basketball, defense is not there. Football, more protective. Everything is protective now. Like you know, everything what used to be considered a legal hit, you know, it wasn't an illegal hit. Is now an illegal hit. You feel me? Protect the quarterback. Like, you know, like a lot of these things.
Tom Brady.
MLB,
Tom Brady, yeah.
MLB, one of the most boring sports of all time, but one of the most American sports of all time. The reason people don't watch that now is because they don't allow niggas to take steroids. You feel me? So
they've been trying stuff to kind of like speed up the game.
Right.
Like speed up the pitchers and all that and get that shit out the way, but it just hasn't been working for ratings. So MLB has just been born.
It don't stop
It
there.
has been born.
It even starts
born,
in the combative sports, like physical combative sports, like boxing. They say the same thing about boxing. There's no longer a strong heavyweight division. These heavyweights are chumps compared to the past. The heavyweight division used to lead all of the sports back in the day. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, like Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson.
So how do you feel about the argument of there's too many belts, there's too many divisions at this point in boxing?
I don't think
it may add to the disinterest.
I think it don't cause any. I don't think people paying attention enough to care about what belt it is. Niggas is not really worried about if you are unified or not. They know, oh, that's Floyd fucking Mayweather. They know your names. They know that's Canelo. They know that's fucking Triple G. The name is still gonna always lead or surpass the belt title in boxing. But what the problem is, people feel like niggas like Mayweather made it a more defensive game. So the brutality is gone. It's no offense. It's no more. It's a lot of these people running around the ring for 3 rounds, and then they get to the 6th round. Now y'all swinging. That's why everyone now is trying to shift the market into the UFC. But to be honest, the UFC don't fit the culture right now. The UFC does not fit the culture. Even though they got some of the bigger fighters that are black, they don't have enough black people in that sport. And when they get more black people, that's when that shit gonna take off. Yo.
I don't think they're gonna get enough black people though.
Nah.
That's a crazy sport, bro.
Yeah, UFC is different than boxing, bro.
That's a crazy sport.
It's different than boxing,
it's not
bro.
like that. You don't have that. I feel like that's the reason why the UFC can't beat past that. Whatever it is, black people are the most easier to sell media wise. Like we're easier to sell because we got all these different personas you can put us in and market it off of. It's hard to market off of a lot of these, like, what's the name? Khabib? Like, how do you market Khabib to the masses for all of the world to like? He's like Muslim from, like, somewhere. Pakistani or something like that.
Yeah.
Pakistanis ain't popping. Like, niggas don't look at Pakistanis as, niggas thinking of Saddam and Bin Laden and, like, niggas bombing planes and shit. That's what they automatically think of. But then you get people like John Jones, who is one of the best, and he's not marketable because he's not nigga enough.
Well,
What do you mean?
I don't know.
He's not nigga enough.
He's
He
been.
don't have any
bro.
nigga-ness to him. I never heard him say nigga.
I see what you're saying, but his track record does have nigga.
Yeah,
and
bro.
it kind of sort of
Yeah.
like.
It has.
Yeah,
I
bro.
went to a white college and I do coke. That's what kind of gives me like the Oreo feel, like that.
No, I'm not talking about like how he talks or whatever, but I'm just talking about the fact that he's been suspended repeatedly. For stupid shit.
Yeah.
He's
cocaine
been
and
he's
running. For hitting a pregnant woman.
That's not nigga shit, bro. Come on,
Nigga
yo.
white boy shit. He just happened to be a nigga and doing it.
but nigga shit just some crazy shit. Like what
Right.
the fuck are you doing? Like why are you just do right, bro? Like and
But then you look at niggas like Adrian Broner, who's not successful. And I'm not gonna say he's not successful. He's not the most successful boxer.
Because you
But
got
he's-
knocked out. You see his fucking spaghetti legs,
Many
bro?
of people get knocked out. But what pulls people to him is the way you could sell his type of niggatry. His niggatry is sellable. John Jones is not that type of sellable.
Like you can consider Conor McGregor a nigga.
And that's why he's popping. And they put him up against who? One of the flossiest niggas that you can. They took the flossiest nigga that you had from the MMA and put him against someone that was in boxing that he should have never been put against in the first place. And we see how that went. And it's still, to this day, damn, what is his name again? White boy, what's his name? Conor McGregor is one of the most paid MMA fighters. Not because of an MMA fight. It's because of boxing, where they got niggas playing all the day. I mean, fighting all day. It just shows you that politics is a part of all of this. Because politically, no one gives a fuck what the MMA say. But politically, you know, I think
I'm not saying politics was never a part of it. I'm just saying it's so overt now.
Right,
it's just like,
it's
you know,
forefront.
can I just watch
No.
basketball? I can't. I can't just watch basketball, bro.
This
Like,
shit been going on for years, bro. They don't want you to just. I think now it's like you got to be more politically correct, anyways, and that's probably the reason why it probably does. If politics hurt it, it's because of that. You got to be politically correct. You can't be Charles Barkley. I don't give a fuck. I'm not no role model. You can't be like that. No.
he came in at the right time.
Wow.
Charles Barkley would have been canceled. Now, right? Bro would have been canceled, bro.
So you feel me? So I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. So getting more into the culture talk. What do you guys kind of think about this whole Joe Budden Spotify deal situation? Do we have enough evidence to kind of like speak on it? Like, do we have enough like, hey,
From Joe Budden and from Spotify?
yeah, to be like, all right, I see where both sides could be coming from, instead of, hey, we just taking Joe Budden's word from this racism, because.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I completely agree with Joe Budden.
Okay.
But I do not believe it's a purely racist thing. I see the racist magnitudes that may affect things, but I don't think that's the reason why. I don't think that's the reason why he's getting fucked. I think he's getting fucked because he's getting fucked, bro. I think it's the business of the game. And what kind of made a lot of sense to me is listening to Andrew Schultz kind of explain. Well, white person, though. He is white.
But he's cool. He's worldly.
I
He's
don't know.
culture.
I'm not the biggest
No.
Andrew. I fuck with Andrew, but he has a lot of little like racist nuances to him. Like I know he's a comedian, and that's how he slides it through. He slides it through as I'm a comedian. Ha ha ha. But I'm not laughing sometimes. Sometimes I'm not laughing. Sometimes I'm like, yo, that's weird what you just said, bro. I gotta think about what you just said.
So are you not laughing because you're emotionally invested in
Because
your
sometimes I
ideology?
be wanting to like, yo, do you really want to say nigga? Like, just go ahead and say it. If that's what you really feel. It's
I
like
think he
it's
feels
there.
like he should be able to.
That's what he kind of kicks.
But
and he says that we're the wrong ones for saying it.
So I-
bitch, who are you?
I feel like it would be a better environment if like everybody could say what they want and you could kind of see who somebody is and you know.
I mean, yeah, I think he has the privilege of being white. That's what I feel.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong. I actually seen him perform like comedian wise. I went to one of his shows when he was in Baltimore. I've seen him perform. I respect him I think he's actually a pretty funny comedian. It's just that he does have some racist nuances to him. I'm not saying he's racist, but I feel like there are racist nuances in every culture. Like,
Yeah.
it's just black people racist, white people racist. Everybody got that.
Everybody
Got
racist,
it.
bro.
You know what
Everybody
I'm saying? Man, for what he said, I'll put it like this. From what he gave us as his side or perspective, Andrew Schultz, regarding the Joe Budden shit, it was coming from a point of view, because that's his friend is Charlamagne the God, who also kind of put down Joe Budden during the situation. I think he does have a point, though. Because if you look at Spotify and the moves that they made over the last few months, I guess you can say, they have Michelle Obama, they have Joe Rogan. Even though Joe Budden brought a new avenue for revenue to Spotify, and a new avenue for podcasting as a revenue, I still think that he has to also realize that he's just in a bad market right now with Spotify. At least with Spotify, not somewhere else. No matter what you've done, you number one all for the last 2 years. That's perfect. But now they got Michelle Obama and Joe Rogan. What is your competition? Like you are on a label where your competition is on the label. Like, yo, your biggest competition is right there in front of you. it's just gonna. They're gonna find a cheaper way to replace you, and what they did, they brought Gilly the Kid on there, so that's an easy exchange.
Oh, he has a podcast that's like popping off,
and he's exclusive with Spotify.
Okay,
so it's easy to replace you, Joe Budden, with your market that you do bring, because we have some of the same people in that market. Not as many, maybe, but look, we got Michelle Obama, we got Joe Rogan. We don't technically need you anymore, but thank you for what you brought to the Spotify. Thank you for your support.
So would you feel like what Joe Budden is doing right now is bitch shit? And what I mean by bitch shit, as in, if you feel like you're that valuable, why don't you just go sign with somebody else and go ahead and show your value?
I thought he was doing his own thing though. Like
he has like 4 more episodes. He has 4 more episodes left, and I do believe that's what he's doing. But I think what he's also doing is promoting the brand. He's putting the brand on the spotlight. Hey, I'm about to leave, but don't y'all forget what I did. Now, all of y'all people out there that want to compete with them, you want to put now that they took Joe Rogan from YouTube. What's up, YouTube? What's up? Do y'all want to do something special? Let's make it hard for them now. Where now Joe Rogan looking back like, damn, maybe I could have made some business work. You know what I mean? But I think it's just it's up in the brand's worth. It's nothing wrong. I think this fits his brand because he's known for this. So it kind of.
So what exactly was Charlamagne saying? What? Because I think what.
Yeah, I missed that whole thing. Yeah.
So Charlamagne was saying how this was Charlamagne's point of view was, if you look at Joe Rogan, at Joe Budden's record, he's known for always coming across a bad deal. He's known for always leaving some shit high and dry. He's not known for making things work. He's like, bruh, if you're sitting there telling to the people about you not being able to get vacation time, maybe your contract was fucked up. That was his statements. Now, of course, he didn't listen to the whole podcast, or he didn't take from everything that Joe Budden was saying. So, of course, that caused friction between those two. And I still stand, I'm a big Charlamagne the God fan. I love Charlamagne the God. But I feel like in this situation, he was wrong. And he could have let this conversation not be discussed. If they had their little rumor report, they talk about what's in the news, they could have talked about this. DJ Envy and Charlamagne could have just left this on the table and not said nothing. But they decided to say something. So, that caused Joe Budden to say what he had to say.
Yeah. So it is what Charlamagne said wrong? Because I feel like Joe Budden has been the pioneer. He's been accepted that position of being the old head and telling the young niggas to make sure you don't sign these bad deals. You need to look into these deals. So why is he continually also ending up in these bad deals that he's telling these young niggas not to get into?
I think.
Or is that not fair, what I just said?
It's fair. I just see what Joe Budden's doing in this situation. I understand what he explained. From what he explained, this was supposed to be him pioneering through what we don't know. We don't know what this land is. We don't know what the podcast world is worth. We don't know what the stream is worth, et cetera, which Andrew also kind of tried to counterpart it. He was saying, you do know what a stream is worth because this is what they tell you. But I think what his argument is, I'm not going to trust just what anybody tells me. Sure. You feel me? So I need to really know the ins and the outs of what you're telling me. You can say that it means that can make sense to anyone else that you're telling it. But to me, I need to figure out and I need to pioneer through it. His explanation of Spotify was that he got in this game with Spotify, this exclusive deal, to learn the metrics, to learn the data of what this podcast world is really worth. And what I'm worth also in this game. And he didn't get that information. So whatever deal he construed together with them included that valuable part to him. Okay. So that was a valuable part where everything else fell in line to whatever they agreed on. Like, okay, if we don't get this, we get this information. No one else is saying they're going to give us this information. But you're telling me that we're going to get this information? Okay, cool. They get the deal. The shit doesn't go that way. They don't get the information that they were looking for. That's what he's telling people, at least. I don't know what's true or what's not true. But it seems as if the reason he's so disgruntled right now is I got in this deal not thinking that it was going to be the best deal for me in my entire life. But I thought I would have got some information to make better deals after this. He didn't get that information. So I think that's what he's really mad about. And I think he's also mad about that they disrespected him on whatever the counter offer to return. So I think that's what it was. But I can't knock him. It's nothing he said to me that made me feel like... I feel like me, us, you, everyone doing this now with this podcast shit is very eye-opening. Because now you start to see that you are taking a lot of things that you're doing for granted. And how much this game is going to change in the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be crazy. And you're going to want to make sure you got at least a cool deal. Because now they really about to start raping niggas. You know they really about to start making now that they solidified the deals they got with the big fish, the little fish that they keep just to cover the overhead costs, they're going to start raping the motherfuckers, man. Whatever way possible. And I think another thing where his big issue was, y'all counter offer me with whatever money, but then you want everything we got. You want my other shows that I do. You want our tour money. You want part of the tour money. Like shit like that. That's kind of a tough situation. So I don't know, man. I think that I respect what he's doing. I'm not saying I think Charlamagne is wrong, but I don't think Charlamagne is. I think Charlamagne is wrong because he had no real reason to talk. That's what I think, and I think that Joe Budden is gonna have to just tough it out. And after these whatever episodes, if he gets signed with someone, I think he should sign with Title. I think he should sign with Title.
Well, how do we kind of fight for more transparency in these situations? Do we have like the big heads, the Jay-Z's of the game, kind of dedicate lawyers to up and coming artists, just so we don't, or we can pay you back or whatever for your services from your lawyer down the road or some shit like that? But how can these up and coming artists get these good lawyers or whatever to make sure these deals are in my favor? Well, I'm winning. As far as,
that the whole thing with Meg Thee Stallion and her people, she was saying she was gonna rape when they asked. And
with that situation, that wasn't a white person. That was whatever his name is, a baseball player, black baseball player.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so like when you say you're getting dicked over in a deal, like can we see the numbers at least?
Right.
I think what the big issue is that a lot of people get successful after they sign their deal.
Yeah, so they outperform everything.
Right.
So can we get like
better contracts to like negotiate that in there? Like
that, but also can we see the amount of failures that companies have had to deal with over the time from new and upcoming artists that they've invested and they fronted and didn't come through?
True.
Can we look at that side as well and see those numbers? Because we're sitting here acting like, well, maybe it could be the case, but these companies have this big pot of cash. But maybe that may not be the case. Maybe they have tried to experiment and put the money out on all these new and up-and-coming artists, and it just doesn't stick until one person comes through. And then that one person that signed that deal feels like they should get more. And it's like, well, shit, we don't got no more, really. I mean, we're a big-name company, of course. We've given you that venue to get your ass out there. What more do you want? Like, you signed this deal. Like, we don't have that money to kind of come up from that end. Like, why don't we get the numbers from the companies and we can weigh both sides? I guess you could say.
The reason I say that is because the companies can control the numbers.
Okay.
And if they control the numbers, they can manipulate things and misguide people into believing that's the truth when it may not be the real truth.
So we got to know more from what we're asking for.
We got I think we need to educate ourselves for real. Because back to NWA, they were getting dicked over. That's why they barged into the dude's office, almost beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Even the Locks did that with P. Diddy. You know, they was about to throw a refrigerator over his head.
Yeah, P. Diddy has been
P. Diddy's infamous for that shit.
Yeah, he's been known to dick people over. Like, is he really dicking people over, or like what?
That's business though.
Like, I'm just saying,
business.
You gotta educate yourself for real.
I don't even know if it's an educational thing. I think because at this point, it's not an educational thing because everyone knows what the deal is. It's not like folklore anymore. It's not the TLC folklore. yo, back in the day they gave her a RAV4 for her, whatever shit. Like, yo, it's not those days no more.
They gave her
Niggas know that we provide money to these firms. Like, we provide money to these companies. We provide so much revenue and profit. Not just revenue, profit to these companies for catalogs that get reused and reused and reused. I think what we have to do, though, is accept. I feel, for instance, if I was to be offered a deal for our podcast right now, I'm cool with getting fucked over for the first year.
Right.
I'm cool. For 2 years, I'm cool. Especially if I don't perform to the measures that we thought we were going to do.
Right.
But I'm not cool with getting offered or counter offered with something that's not my worth.
Sure.
So you can be mad as long as you want, but stop signing these deals for 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Do shit for you do shit for literally. Do what LeBron does. Mm-hmm. LeBron is giving niggas the gems. I give you 1 year and a year option, period. Get out my face.
Cool.
I'm not giving you nothing more than that. If I succeed here and I get a championship, I might stay. If I start to lose and I don't get a championship, I'm gone.
Fair enough.
He does not give these niggas his entire life. Only people he giving his entire life is Nike, who telling this nigga, hey, bro, I don't even know how much money we gonna give you, but you just gonna get millions and billions of dollars for the rest of your life. Fuck
Lifetime.
it. Fuck it. I don't even care. We're gonna sign your son. We're gonna sign everybody. That's a deal you can't walk away from. I'm gonna just be a billionaire for life. You saying that I cannot be nothing less than a billionaire for life? Of course I'm gonna sign that deal. I don't even care if that means I'm making you trillions. If I could be a billionaire for the rest of my life, you're gonna guarantee that I'm gonna be a billionaire for the rest of my life. I'm fine with that. I'll sign that ass. I'll sign my ass away. Go ahead. Do whatever the fuck you guys do. Bring that back. Bring my ass back. That's the only thing I'm asking you. Bring my ass back.
In one piece. Bring it back in one piece.
So you feel me? I think that's what we need to do. We need to stop committing ourselves to these long-term deals when we're putting in short-term efforts. Like, we are putting in short-term goals. You're putting in short-term goals, but signing your life away for long-term. Like, it does not make sense. You were Meg Thee Stallion. You did not know you were going to be this big. No one thought Megan Thee Stallion was going to be this big. So you signed your life away for a long-term deal. In the short term, what happened in 5 years? Less than 5 years, bitch, you're doing songs with Beyonce's now. So things change. So you can't sign your life away. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. That's the only thing I can say.
Don't sell your soul. But yeah, as we were talking about earlier, Floyd Mayweather and boxing, it just came with the latest situation that has come up is that Yaya Mayweather is pregnant by NBA YoungBoy. We sit here and we say that we need to protect black women.
You need to protect from NBA YoungBoy.
like, which situations? Like, can we be more specific? In what situations do you want us to protect black women in? Because this is kind of a perfect.
What bitches you want us to protect? That's what I really want.
Yeah, like
you know what? What bitches you want me to protect? Because you could be, if you want me to protect Toni Braxton, bitch, I'm down. Erykah Badu, I'm down. Jill Scott, I'm down. Who? Yaya?
Yaya Mayweather.
How you spell it? That bitch, man. You want me to protect what's her name? Whoa Vicky? You don't want me to protect Whoa Vicky.
I don't know who that is.
I think that's the Catch Me Outside bitch.
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever.
That's a different one. That's different.
Whatever. They
That's
all
Bad
look
Barbie.
alike,
Bad Barbie.
Bad Barbie, all of them. You want me to protect that too? We're gonna be feminists and we're gonna be all this. Tell me who you want me to protect, yo.
Yeah, we gotta be more specific. Cause I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was taking the angle of protect black women means protect them emotionally. And I'm like, all right, that's different from what I was thinking. Because I'm thinking of physicality. Like, bitches getting beat up in the side of the street, which we protect. I mean, that's a natural instinct to protect a woman that's getting beat on outside. So that's why I was like, what the fuck? Like, why do we need to protect women? Because we already do that. Why do you need to say that? But she was saying emotionally. So the example that she was giving out was, hey, I'm at work and I feel like somebody has disrespected me or said something racially, so everybody that looks like me should be on my side and speaking up on my behalf and all of this. So
everybody
What?
that looks like her. Everybody that's black. So
Everyone that's
she's saying
black
like,
should
hey,
stick up for that.
something that was overtly racist that was said by some white person has to be checked because I'm offended. And since I'm offended, everybody that looks like me should be offended as well. So they should step up and protect black women.
I think where she messed up that concept is that if someone that's not part of what you are offended you, the person who offended you, the people that are what they are should stick up for you. I think it should be I don't think it should, because they're not gonna change their perspective because another nigga said something.
Right.
Hey, yo, don't touch her hair.
I agree with that.
I think it's going to be more of when their counterparts or
Right.
their
people that look like them.
right say to them, "Hey, yo,
That's
why
fucked
would
up.
you say something like that?"
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, who raised you? You feel me? Why would you think that's something that's cool for you to do? Like, someone that looks like you. Because, honestly, no nigga can check me but my niggas. You feel me? You feel me? Like, if I was... I'll give you a perfect example. If a white person and me was getting into it right now, right? And I was wrong, another white person couldn't tell me I was wrong.
Right.
You feel me? Another white person couldn't come to me and tell me I was wrong. But if my nigga pulled me up and was like, yo, you tripping right now. You need to relax. That's a woman or that's a nigga. Or you feel me? Like, now that's a situation where I can say, okay, maybe I am tripping. Because the person that is of the opposite is not going to make me see the sense of that. It's not going to ever happen. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that specific situation was...
I'm just kind of on the fence about it because I feel like females are way more sensitive than us.
True.
And, you know, what she may find offensive, I may not. But since I look like you, I have to hop in there and, you know, kind of risk my livelihood, I guess you could say, from something I wasn't offended by, but somebody that looks like me was offended by it, so I should hop in there. I don't really see too much of the sense in that, but I mean, I get what she's saying, but I don't agree with it. I'm just like...
What about you just being a male? Do you feel like you deserve to, regardless of your skin color, do you feel like you, well, part of your skin color, as a male, do you think you should stand up for? Just because you're a male, though. Not just because of, not only because of the combination of your skin color and you being a male. Should there be a reason that you stick up for a black woman? This is going to get you canceled. Go ahead.
I feel like physically, if a girl's getting hands laid on her by a dude, I'll like step in and help that out. But anything further outside of that realm, fuck no. Like, you gotta stand up for yourself.
So she was getting her ass whooped by a white woman.
I mean, like, if she's on the ground and she about to get her head stomped, I'll stop it. But like, if
it's one-on-one,
yeah,
that's my
There's
thing.
a white girl's pulled out pepper spray and a taser.
but like, so
That's different.
Was I there the entire situation, or am I just walking in?
Walked in
That's
when the
crazy.
taser came out. I didn't see the pepper spray. I didn't see why you was blind. My bad.
I didn't see her harassing the white girl like this. You know what I'm saying? Before the white girl popped off, I don't know what happened. So.
Right.
Oh, wow. So you're saying even if you came in and you seen a white lady pull a taser out,
Yeah.
you're not going to do nothing?
Look, that's their situation.
Protect your people. Protect your kind.
I don't know what she
Oh,
did.
my God.
I don't
I
know
feel you,
what
but damn,
kind of
bro.
happened, bro.
I feel you in that. But I'm just saying this. If it was me, I'm a cat. I'm going to do what I got to do for her. If it's a black chick, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to de-escalate the situation at least. I ain't saying I'm going to get in there and fight somebody. Right.
Just de-escalate the shit.
But I'm going to say I'm going to do whatever I can to de-escalate. And then whoever is the more of aggressive in that situation, I'm going to have to then use my analytical mind to make a decision. If it's the white person who being aggressive, she going to get a right hook. But if it's the black girl being aggressive, I'm going to just grab her up.
Grab her
hold
titties,
baby,
feel her
chill.
titties by accident.
See what that hip feel like. You feel me? See what that waist feel like. Do that shit swoop in? Do my hands swoop in?
Does she have leggings on this day? Like,
Or maybe she got some big titties and I want to see them bitches. Go ahead and get that bitch. Go beat the white bitch down. Let her titty pop out. You feel me? It really depends. But in my mindset, if it's a white woman being aggressive, I'm going to try to knock that bitch out. I'm gonna try to knock that bitch up. Black girl would just try to calm it down. That's how I look at it. Cause you feel me? All you need to do is wait till that white woman smack you by and say, "Bitch, what's wrong with with you. You feel
Or
me?
just say she smacked
Yeah,
you. Like, kinda,
yeah.
so
So you
it's like,
smacked
you know, they
it.
gotta-
I thought she was attacking me,
Right.
but, and I'm gonna go to jail. Regardless. I'm going to jail.
Go to jail, man. So, how do you feel about
Shit,
that?
I've been in situations where y'all about to jump on me, but I was out with my Spanish ex, and she got into it
I
with
love
some
a
black
black
chicks, and she got into it with some black chicks, but it was 3 of them. Was one of her, and they was about to jump her, what it looked like. So I just stepped in front. They're like, "Oh, you weak ass!" Fuck, like.
Right,
I'm not gonna let you jump her. If it's 1-on-1, like we might get a few swings and like, all right. But I'm weak because I'm not letting 3. And mind you, only one of them was skinny. The other 2 were like Lizzo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not letting you fucking no 3 of you.
They
Fuck
gonna,
no.
They gonna whoop your girl ass.
Nah. But I'm this and I'm that because I'm not letting y'all 2 hippos and a giraffe fucking beat up on my girl because she's not black.
So you got different
fuck?
entitlement to your girl. Yeah,
Nah.
your girl, you can't. You gotta go back home with your girl.
Yeah.
Your
You gotta
conversations in that car,
It's gonna be awkward ride home.
crazy.
You just gotta agree with whatever she said. Just agree.
So your entitlements as that being your girl, or even if it's just a bitch you're fucking, you got a different type of entitlement. So you can't just like, fuck it, go ahead or whatever. You feel me? So it's like, I think if it was my, you feel me? If it's my girl, you feel me? And she get in a situation like that, I'm fighting with my girl.
You fighting?
My girl. I don't care who it is.
I didn't fight. I was just like, I just stepped in and was like, yo, just chill. Like,
Fuck it.
y'all
I'm
not.
not. Star.
You protecting your woman, like
Yeah, you feel me?
Right.
It'll be a world star.
But
I
then
prefer to be
there's
a
gonna be
world
a
star.
whole bunch of slander. Like,
I prefer to be on World Star in jail than dealing with my bitch in her mouth. Like, any fucking day, yo. Any fucking day. That bitch give you mouth and then break your windows out your car. Nigga, you ain't got that time for that. You ain't got the time for that, yo. You know how long it take to get your windows replaced? First of all, you gotta find these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Then these motherfuckers come out here. They want to tax you if you got tents. They do too much extra shit. They do too much extra shit, bro. So, no, I ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like this situation between Yaya Mayweather and Youngboy could be a perfect example of how we can protect black women. Like, why can't we stop Yaya Mayweather from messing with NBA Youngboy, who already has all these baby mothers, all of these kids? What do you think you're going to
how
be
many
next?
does he have? Like 6?
I don't know.
Like,
I can't
5,
understand
6?
how
Yeah.
it is.
So, but I'm like, why aren't women crying about this? Why are women just accepting this? Because this is not a big deal.
That's
about,
what they
Stabbed
do.
that bitch that he was cheating with.
Yeah,
So
but
that bitch deserve whatever she get.
okay.
She try to fuck up the whole protected black women shit. She stabbed the bitch.
But so all right, what about the Unique Tiny's daughter?
What's wrong with her dating the nigga she with?
So this nigga already had 2 kids. I'm not sure if it's by 2 different baby mothers, but he already had some stuff going on.
Kids disqualify you for pussy? Like, what you
No,
mean?
I'm just saying, like, it's a pattern there. Like, it's a pattern of, hey, I'm not a good chooser
Sometimes
of.
it's a pattern.
I'm not a good chooser of who I vibe with. Cause I feel like guys, we're sacrificial. We're providers. So we're going to stay with who we're going to get pregnant. So if he,
Really?
like I'm just saying, like off of instinct, we're going to do that. But now we got to fight with the woman that we kind of fucked up in choosing who to get pregnant with. So I feel like he needs to get better at choosing the woman that he gets pregnant, because he's not choosing a woman that fucks with him and he can provide or whatever, and she can kind of fall into his way of thinking, his way of life or whatever. I feel like, so with that situation, also you can look at girls that, do whole shit or whatever. Like, they'll tell you stories about how they've been in the past, well, if they do slip up. They're telling you situations where they got a train ran on them or whatever, or they've slept. No. I'm saying, but like, you see the pattern.
Right.
You see it, or if they got pregnant and they got up-teen, amount of baby fathers. There's bad, decision making that you're doing here. Like, why did you feel like you could get pregnant by him and it could work? Because you've done it a couple times by other people and it didn't work. Like, why are you not learning from the situation? So I feel like with Unique, that just wasn't good. Like, on paper, why would you, in the position that you're in, you got you're coming from wealth and all this stuff. Why don't you choose somebody? You sitting here telling me you can't choose somebody that doesn't have kids and that's a fresh start that you can start with as well. Y'all both going through this journey the first time, but has a better track record. Like, come on, like, yeah. But with
I see where you come from.
in her situation, there was a video that was just posted by him. So, you know, he was doing some slight Black King shit.
Joke shit. Yeah.
So I'm all for, you know, sharing the bill, you know, when I'm out with females and whatnot. So I didn't have an issue with him recording her paying the bill for their food. But my issue was the comments that he was making in that video. So what he was saying in this video was like, hey, Zonique, you ashamed of me or whatever? I got you paying for the bill and all this stuff. And it's just like, you know, it shows you what she has in store for her or what she has been dealing with and just brushing off. Because you don't have to do that extra shit. Just let her pay for your bill and you go on like a real one.
She dealing with a kid, baby.
A kid, yeah. So I'm like,
he's not mature enough. Even with his background of having kids, he's still yet not to be mature enough to have another kid.
Yes.
Got you. I see what you're saying now. I didn't see the point at first. I see it. I agree with it. Only thing I will say is something you said earlier about men sticking with women that they have kids with. I think that's more of an ego thing.
Okay.
But I don't know if you want to tackle that, but we can tackle that another time. I feel like men they stick. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it another time. But I get what you're saying about your knee, and I feel like yes, he is probably too immature. Oh, of course, he's probably what, like 22. Like she's like 20. I know she recently just passed over that 21-year-old mark because I followed her when she became legal. I can't remember when the year that was. I was waiting. That bitch, them motherfucking kids come out of that family beast. Them women come out sexy. They be coming out sexy. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, yo. So when she became legal, I followed her or whatever. And for real, I can see that she's probably not even gonna be she's not even gonna be able to visualize her problem like that, you know, what she got in front of her regarding that, because it's way too early in their relationship. I think they've been together for like a year or two. So, I mean, but this kind of go back to what we recently said, though. You feel me? She's rich. It's a different perspective. She'll be able to manage through it. Yaya is the same way. She's rich. She'll be able to manage through it.
True.
You feel me? Like the situation when she got locked up, she was, you feel me? It's funny because I think Floyd Mayweather bailed her out. I don't think NBA belt. He may have. I can't remember. He may have. But Floyd is cool with his daughter still, even at the NBA went on on live.
Did he say fucking?
He said that bitch ass nigga. I said, damn. He's like, what you talking about? This is my girl. I pay for everything. I don't ask for shit when I'm a real nigga. Damn, yo. Yeah. So you feel me? Floyd is a father, and he will bail her out. So I don't think this is a great example, but I see the example that it does set. You feel me? It sets the example that a woman can continue to do whatever they want with the wrong people, and think that they can just live their lives
and still ask us for help. It's kind of like, what? How can we help that situation without?
I need to
just make better decisions.
I don't know, man. Get this couch. What's my sex? You had sex right here?
Yeah.
Ew. When did you nut, nigga? God damn.
It'll be alright.
Oh, my bad. I should have listened to this. I'm sitting in the wrong place today. But yeah. So what's next, yo? What's up?
So we got like Toni Braxton and the latest comments that she's made, and what she was kind of saying is, "Oh, I'm old now, and I feel like religion has done me a disservice because it kept me from thotting around when I was younger. I wanted to thot around more. I wanted to drink more.
Man,
but
ain't no age to thotting, bro. Do it whenever you want. Fuck.
You think so? You think that young girls should just go out and thot around?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying she's too old to do it. She's not too old to do it.
This may be the
so
perfect
many.
time.
I would do it.
It's definitely a perfect time.
Definitely a perfect time to do it.
But
No restrictions. The kid is gone. Fuck. Fuck. We fucking.
It's definitely a perfect time for her to be a thought if she wanted to be a thought. But my thing is this. I think regardless of what she thinks, regardless of what she feels, she might feel like, yo, I wish I could have had that type of lifestyle. Yo, your pussy is so valuable. As Toni Braxton, your pussy is so valuable. Right. And you telling me that you did not do whatever you want to do means you have even more valuable. You know, they talk, this is like how companies look at shit. They look at how hard you are at working, right? They look at that as a valuable thing. You work hard enough to not be a thot. To me, that's valuable. Yeah. As a man, that is valuable.
That makes people want it more.
In this marketplace, if I know you work hard to not to be a thot, you're Toni Braxton. You could have been a thot whenever you wanted to be. Right. Mm-hmm. With anybody, athletes, superstars, whatever. It doesn't matter. You could have been a super thot. But instead, you could have been Rihanna. You could have been Rihanna. But instead, you worked that hard to not to be that. And now, your pussy got a different ticket. Your pussy got a different ticket. It's certain niggas. Baby might not be the most attractive nigga. I get why you want to fuck around with other niggas. But listen, that ticket that he got is billions of dollars. Right. So, baby, listen. No, you don't. No, you don't want to be a hoe. Don't you wish you don't? No, you wish you didn't. Because if you didn't, you would be looking even harder for a nigga now.
Right. She was looking harder.
Is she married? Is she married right now?
Was she like engaged to Birdman, or was it baby?
Birdman, baby, same thing. Yeah.
She was engaged to him. They never got married, and they kind of broke it off. Yeah. That's just interesting because I feel like this is an example of the female leadership that's out here for these younger girls.
True.
And the distortion of reflection on how you've done through life and stuff. It's kind of like if you did the right thing, you're mad because you could have done something else. You're never satisfied with what you did before. Yeah. But if you did the wrong thing, it's kind of like that's not wrong because I can't do any wrong. You know, I don't look at my past as it's wrong. I just look at it as a learning experience. No regrets. But no regrets. But if you don't
accountability.
Look at it, no accountability. But it's like, okay, if you can't look at your past and point out some of the things that you did bad, how are you accurately measuring, you know, your reflection, the effectiveness of your reflection? So, I just feel like older women just aren't good at accepting being old. And with the situation from Reginae, Lil Wayne's daughter, I saw a clip on the Shade Room where she was on a tour bus with Tiny and Monica, the older bitches of the game, right?
Right.
So she's a younger bitch of the game. So she was saying to them like, "Hey, y'all old, like y'all done, y'all can't really do this thing that we doing here." So I was just amazed at their reaction. They really got upset. They really got up and was like, "Oh, I was doing what you was doing, all this and stuff." And I'm like, why isn't it okay for her to say y'all old, and why can't you just accept that and be like, "Yeah, I'm old, you know, but I've learned a couple things, but I'm not really trying to do that thing because I'm old now, you know, that's fine with me." But I give that example, and I give another example of this guy that I follow on Instagram. He's a very strong power lifter, you know, natural body and stuff, so he has abs out and all that stuff. But he was at a party with his friends, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing to see the difference. But in that party, the older guy, I don't know if that was his uncle, if that was his father, whatever, he came up to him, and he was like, "Hey, y'all, stop recording. He's like, "Hold on, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, lift your shirt up. So the nigga who I follow, he lifted his shirt up. He had abs. The other guy lifted his shirt up, and he had the quote-unquote dad bod. Okay. And he was like, "See, this is that integument body over there. This is that married body right here." It's like we accept that we old. Right. We're not really trying to prove ourselves no more. We're proving ourselves in other ways, but we're old now. It's fine. So now we are the wisdom and thought leaders for these young niggas.
Right.
How can you be a wisdom and thought leader if you can't accept that you're past that point and move on with your life?
That's a great point, bro.
So I'm like, you know, how can we help with female leadership with these younger girls?
The only way we can help them is, this is going to sound like I'm caping, but to uplift them, yo.
To uplift them.
Because the reason they feel like that way is because they don't feel comfortable in their position. They don't feel successful in where they at. Okay. They feel like they failed at something. So now they at the top. But they don't see themselves at the top. You know, females are so...
They're sensitive.
Yeah. No, they're not sensitive. They're so insecure of who they are at all times, whether it's looks, whether it's emotions, what it is. All of that plays a factor in how they live their lives.
Yeah.
And when there's turmoil in their family, it plays a big issue on them. Yo. So I'm not trying to be caping, but if you really look at it, there's not many older women uplifted in the sense of, yo, look at her, do what she does. We can only name so many people. The only people that I can name off the top of my head, as everyone else is Beyonce, and she's not even that old.
Right.
You know, she hasn't crossed 40 yet. So how can they ever have that guidance when there's just not that many individuals set? I'm not saying that there aren't any, but there's not as many colors to their rainbow for success. So when they look at it, and unfortunately, we just, as the world was built for men, unfortunately, we just happen to be put in these positions where we see a nigga that is 60 years old still fucking a slew of bitches. We could look at that and look at this, yo, that's cool. Or we could also look at a nigga at 60-year-old, settled down, beautiful family, their family is doing good, and we could look at that as a good thing. But if you want to look at the motherfuckers on the other side, they got Kris Jenner, whose daughters are getting sexually exploited at all times. So it's tough. It's tough. I see what the issue is. They don't see a set code or standard. They don't see it. They don't see that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get the point though. That was a good point.
Yeah, that was a good point.
I
That was a
never
really
thought
good point.
about it like you know they just, but they don't have that support there. Even in the way the family dynamics work as the westernized world and amongst a lot of the world, men are always going to be older and supportive, and we're going to have a leadership role because we support so much, and they don't have that. So they can never see that. I don't even say never. I'm just saying they don't get to see that side enough. Where if you're 50 and you're not out here, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It is fine.
It's fine. You're not missing out on much, yo. You're not missing out on anything if you're in a happy situation. Guess what?
You're not happy.
Toni is not in a happy situation. She's not where she wants to be in life.
Yeah.
And she's measuring herself.
My thing is, she could just find a dude now and just settle down, but
She can't, because she's at a status where she can't just be with anybody.
Yeah.
And she has to fit a certain code.
But why are people that prideful though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure she would probably want to go.
Megan Fox married a regular dude. Like Megan Fox? No, isn't Megan? Not Megan Fox.
Who?
Megan Good.
Megan Good.
He's a preacher.
Yeah,
he's like a.
I don't think he's a preacher. I think he is a preacher.
He's a
Like,
reverend.
he's a-
He's a reverend.
He's a reverend?
Yeah.
He's somebody.
Yeah.
But he's not like some big time like
Megan-
TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying?
Megan Good's
TD
not
Jakes
that
is
top of the line either though.
She's pretty sexy, bro.
She's
Yeah,
sexy,
she
but she's
is.
not top of the line food chain.
Who is
I
the
wouldn't-
lover?
I don't put her in no. She's a C-star actor.
Well, like
Okay.
profession is kind of like I don't really take that into account when I'm judging women, kind of sort of.
she's
It's kinda
bad
like
and she's
sexy,
famous.
yeah.
But there's so many bitches that look just like her that's even on the lower levels.
Okay.
So you feel me? Like, regardless of her man that she's married with now, changed her life into making her do better things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what we're comparing, whether it's financially or celebrity status wise. He's not a celebrity to the sense of some of these people that we can name, but I think that mentally or whoever he is, maybe financially as well, is probably on the same par as hers.
I don't think so.
I think so.
But so it's like it's a lot to come to play when I guess what girls find valuable in a man. It's not always just money. Right. It's like it's looks, it's connections.
Right.
It's like that power that you may have, or maybe your masculinity and how you carry yourself. That could be very valuable as well. And I feel like he just has that package that kind of does it for her.
So what's Toni Braxton's deal then? You
think
said you guys can't be with anybody.
But she's not.
She's
not a C-star or anything. She's Toni Braxton.
Right.
She's Toni Braxton.
She's Toni Braxton.
But she's old.
But she's Toni Braxton. That's like saying,
there's a bunch of old dudes out there that's established.
That's like saying Mariah Carey is supposed to be with a regular nigga.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying.
But so with her, she's gonna want an older dude that is as valuable as her, but these older niggas want younger bitches.
Well, get a young.
See,
Yeah.
So she's in a tough situation.
yeah, true.
I don't know how she wins in the sense where she doesn't feel like she's not happy. I really don't know.
Yeah, she's never not gonna
I don't
be
think
happy.
she's going to
done.
be in a happy situation as if she can't figure it out now. Or she ain't been able to figure it out in the last 15 years. I'm sorry. Like
all this time, bro. All this time.
It's like, yo, you've been Toni Braxton. From day one, you've been Toni Braxton. So, only thing I can say is, I don't know. I'm not saying that she's crazy. I'm just saying that.
Do you think she fucked up when she decided to go chasing Birdman, or vice versa? Fucking with Birdman.
Who did she leave from before?
I don't even know. I don't even know. But but she knew what she was in for, though.
That was a weird situation. Like, why would Toni Braxton talk to?
Exactly. So you waste all these years, probably your valuable years, on
the years she feel like she wasted because she could have been a hoe or whatever. Like, why
right?
Do want to be
No, but her and Birdman wasn't together that long.
All right.
So they've been together probably, let's say, like at the most 5 years.
So a long time.
Who is she messing with through this?
That's a
whole
long
time?
fucking
Like,
time.
For her
bro.
age, that's not a long time. She's like 50. You feel me? So what? You was 45 with Birdie, man. It's like, well, who the fuck else you would have been with? Like, you feel me? Like,
you pretty old.
Like, goddamn, you ain't got much. It's no difference from 45 to 50. She might be older than that. I don't even know. I know she's older though. She's not in a young. It's Toni Braxton we talking about.
Braxton.
Yeah, like we talking about legend R&B artists right now. We talking about legend R&B female acts. Like she was out before Jill Scott was out. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is Toni. Like
Right.
so it's like if you couldn't figure it out all of this time, you really are in a sticky situation.
Sure.
It's just a sticky
So
situation.
do y'all think that women should do the same and go after younger men?
I mean, I feel like if you do that, you just gotta make sure that you understand your worth, and that whoever you get with is not gonna be on that level if it's young.
But also your expectations.
Yeah,
Right.
Because whoever's gonna come through is just want to sport fuck, and they want to get out of there,
or
like,
get a good deal. Yeah,
Like the nigga that's trying to marry Tiny's daughter. Like, of course he wants to marry her. Like, you can get money. I'm not saying there's a big age difference, but the money that you would get with your age expectedly. Like, of course this nigga want to fucking marry into that shit. Like, I'd be sad. Like, what the fuck you mean? You know, I can
get more attention. I get more.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah. So these older women going after these young niggas are expecting way too much.
Yeah.
With how?
I was saying that because my cousin, he has a dude he went to school with, and he married an older woman. I think she's like 18 years older than him.
Damn.
But he works at Foot Locker or something like that.
He coming up, bro.
Right? So now it was all good. Everything was all dandy and she got kids too.
Okay.
Right. So he lives with the kids. So imagine your stepdad is like 7-8 years older than you. Right? So now she's bitching him out, giving him a hard time because he can't bring in as much money. You knew he worked at Foot Locker when you got
Right. Bro.
Yeah. And then now apparently he's going through it because now she's treating him like one of the kids.
One of the kids, yeah.
So now he wants out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she already got her shit together. But so he's conflicted. He don't know what to do. Like, what would y'all do in that situation?
How old is he?
What shit?
It's like our age. Like, he might be 2 years younger than us. Maybe 2 years younger than us.
So he hasn't hit 30 yet. So
Nah.
I mean, he has plenty of time. He's a young cat, so he can get the fuck out if he wants.
So he hasn't gotten her pregnant or anything. They're not married or anything like that. They're
Not
not
that I
married.
know.
They're not married.
They are married.
He getting
They
money
are
out of this
married.
though, right?
I don't know.
He's getting a house to live in.
I mean, he
guess,
has
so.
a house to live in.
Whatever. I'm
He
suspecting.
get the babysit free.
Is the pussy fine?
I don't know.
probably
She
alright,
look
huh?
good.
She
probably look
yeah.
alright.
Apparent from what my cousin said, she's bad.
But she's a bitch.
I'm staying. Fuck is we
She's
talking
bad
about?
for her age.
so-
For her age,
What we
she's
talking
bad.
about? If
But-
for her age, then that means that when her age dies out and she's not bad, I can get the fuck on. So why don't he wait the game out?
But you still got to deal with the disrespect, though.
Right. She's treating you like a kid.
He is a kid.
Telling you when to come home.
He is a kid.
Telling you
Like,
when
what
to
we
come
talking about?
home. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling him when he come home.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm pretty sure.
just treating him like a kid. Like when I said, like he was just describing the shit to me, I was like, bro, I could not.
He's like, I gotta check.
He
And
should
then-
be trying to he should be trying to manipulate her into doing more fun shit, like having threesomes. Like that's what he should be working towards. He should be working towards what people her age are doing right now.
But then he's got to follow her lead though.
Okay.
Like if so, he needs to figure out if this threesome is going to involve a guy or involve a girl, and that's her call. Like it's not like
Right. I don't think he's really
Nah.
have much saying in the matter.
if
For real.
I'm in that situation, fuck it. If I'm living good, he don't have nothing else going on.
All I know
If
is
you don't
that
have nothing the fuck going on, what you think you gonna have when you leave?
nothing to fuck.
Nothing the fucking going on.
Yeah.
But you're not happy though.
Bitch, you gonna be even sadder when you by yourself in a fucking car.
Yeah,
In a box
It's-
under the highway, nigga. You gonna be cold this winter.
it does
Like,
get cold. Yeah.
So y'all would stay?
I'm staying. Fuck that.
From-
She
from-
cook.
From the way it sounds, if they're not married or they don't have kids,
They
I would
are
kinda-
married.
They are married.
They are married.
How the fuck is
Get
he gonna get
spousal
married?
support. If you gonna get out, get spousal support.
Cause they both got a sign though, right? Like it's like a
To get spousal support,
yeah, to kind of get
I
out
don't know
of.
how that works. If he don't got enough
Speaking
money
of
to
that
get,
shit.
if he don't got enough money to get a lawyer, he better sit his ass tight. Cause nigga, what the fuck is you doing? He don't have nothing going. He works at Foot Locker.
I think from last time I heard,
He
was
works
working
at
at
Foot
he was
Locker.
working at Foot Locker.
Nigga, they don't even have a 401k, nigga. Like, what the fuck? He best to sit tight. What is he gonna do with himself?
Fair enough. Yeah.
I
He
just,
gonna
don't-
start working at Champs?
I just his game got to be good though.
They get 401k.
He said-
Gotta
Damn.
upgrade.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, in his situation, he's gonna have to. He got,
You understand?
yeah, cause like, what is he kind of going? What's he gonna leave to?
I don't know.
'Cause
I
now
don't
he's
know.
gonna
I
stop
was
paying
just,
rent
I was
for
just
somewhere.
I was just
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at yeah,
Yeah.
because she was mad because he can't contribute as much as she want because she wants to go like half and
This
half.
nigga is trash.
But
If anyone's as trash as he is, he's the trash nigga.
Boys, put his cape on.
Fuck yeah, she gotta deal with this. She gotta deal with another son she ain't birthed. Fuck out of here.
I'm trying to figure out why she like.
Why she
Like
do
you
that?
married
Yeah,
him
like,
and you
why
knew
would
he
you
worked at
get
Foot
into
Locker
this
though.
shit?
I ain't gonna hold you. You probably got good dick. You feel me? He probably got some good dick.
Yeah.
And she old and she ain't got nowhere else to go.
She ain't got nowhere else to
Apparently
go.
she don't look her age. Like
Nigga,
apparently she don't look her
He
age.
best to sit his ass tight.
So is this? So
God
I saw a
damn.
comment earlier, on Twitter, and it was saying that women love to be with dudes that are lower than them or that they can control or whatever to fulfill the insecurity that they have and can
It's probably
fulfill
why I'm
that
single
control.
now. Bitch can't control me. You ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Bitch, I hope you hear this shit. You thought you gonna tell me what to do on my birthday? Bitch! I'm gonna see my phone. Nigga, I ain't even gonna go through this right now. But anyway, right. Yeah, so no, you can't control me. You
Yeah.
can't, you can't control. I forgot. I got so deep in my emotions.
Foot Locker, Foot Locker.
Foot
nigga.
Locker. Oh,
So she chose him so she can fulfill her insecurity and her, ability to control a male, whoever she's in a relationship with,
Right.
because he's lower than her
Right.
in a financial sense and stuff.
I mean, I feel like females, if you are in an empowered position to do so, go ahead. You know what I mean? I get why they do that, but I don't think many women are in that empowered situation, so they have to deal with the insecurities more often, and then they get faced with the ultimate reality that they're not what they think they are, and it hurts their soul so much. And I hate I hate that they have to go through that. But us men don't have no responsibility. We have some type of accountability in the relationship.
Yeah.
But we're not responsible for getting you through your insecurities solely. We can help in certain ways.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of ways we just cannot
We
push
can't.
you past that. So if a woman is in a relationship just to have a control factor, that relationship is on the time. It's on a time bomb. It's
Yeah, it's
ticking
on a time
away
limit.
until
Right.
when your insecurities go beyond just that control.
What he can
Right.
Right.
Well, he can let you control.
right.
Where is parents? Like what? Like
Listen, I don't know. I don't know this cat, but this is my cousin's friend.
okay.
So
Yeah, I'm like, who? Why would his old head let him kind of sign up for some shit
I
like
don't know.
that. I guess you
And
can
y'all brought up something that I kind of wanted to touch on, spousal support, and I want to bring up Dr. Dre.
Okay.
His fucking ex-wife is off the chain, bro.
Was it $2 million?
$2 million, not a year, a fucking month, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Clothing.
24 in a year.
$900K for entertainment.
Entertainment, bro.
Pay me like
$20K for phone, email.
She said, "Pay me like Kobe." You
Like, are you serious?
Yo.
Who the fuck are you calling?
I sat courtside with you watching that weak ass nigga Kobe. Pay me, Kobe. That's what she said.
I'm trying to figure out what happened between them.
What
like,
the fuck?
He's
would
gonna
spark
go
this?
with that. 24 million to him a year may not be much. It's
I think this
crazy
was temporary.
money.
This was temporary.
Yeah, she did say
stuff.
temporary.
Yeah.
So
No,
Yeah, I feel
don't
you, I
give a
feel you,
Fuck.
but-
I don't give a fuck how temporary it is. You're not getting $2 million a month from me. Fuck that.
I mean, do you want your sanity?
I would rather go insane and keep my shit than be.
You want to be Kanye
fucking-
West?
Huh?
You want to be Kanye West?
Fuck no, I want to be Kanye
You
West.
don't want to be insane then.
I don't want to be insane, but
Alright,
I'm just saying, like, $2 million a month just because you can, like, that's fucked up.
I'm trying to
And
figure out
that's,
how.
the whole system's fucked up. What you saying?
I'm trying to figure out how much the lawyers cost.
Are they part of that 24?
Like,
Million?
like, would it be cheaper to just pay this and get through the lawyer shit and all the litigation,
That's what I
or
Give her $24
They
million.
definitely getting a mill off
Yeah.
the back for all of this back and forth.
That's
They get paid
disgusting.
by the hour, bro, and it's not one person. It's multiple people on that lawyer's team on both sides, and he's most likely paying for both sides.
Yeah.
He's worth
I
$1
be
billion,
hearing about
right?
shit. Yeah, probably like a billion,
Like a
close to
billion.
it, something like it.
Yeah, he's like a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the first black hip hop billionaire.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, so he beat Jay-Z. Okay. I thought it was Jay-Z.
He was the first. He got there first before Jay-Z.
With that deal.
Yeah, with that Apple deal.
Beats.
With the Apple. Oh, he sold it to Apple, right?
Whatever
Something
they
like
sold.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
they definitely sold it into Apples.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's
I
fucking-
It is what it is.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think he.
Hey,
has
it ain't
other
my money,
options.
but if it was my money, fuck you, bitch.
No, I don't think you.
Like, bro, I feel like there should be automatic prenups for niggas who make a certain amount of money.
What is an automatic prenup? What is that though?
Like that comes with the marriage. Like there's no ifs ands or buts. Like, it's not some I gotta sit my girl down and like ease her over into signing some shit. No, these are the laws. This is the rules.
Oh.
Since I have this much money, I got a prenup and I get to keep my shit.
So then you don't. So you're telling me you do not see the fairness in why
No.
there is a fairness involved.
Into maintaining her standard of living.
Yeah, it's definitely some fairness, yo.
I mean, you can argue it, but I don't feel like there's much validity to it. Cause if you really wanted to maintain your standard of living, work your relationship out with your husband. Like
Right.
we're sitting here. I'm sitting here watching. What was it, Basketball Wives of Atlanta?
Yeah.
Right.
Pampered bitches.
Pampered.
Life's good. Life's great.
Right.
So instead of focusing on pleasing their partner, being a good wife, being a good whatever, they want to take classes to learn how to become a stripper. So I'm like, where's your priorities at? Like you sitting here talking about you have nothing to do with your day. You know, I guess your man is whatever because he's not even part of this conversation. But
Right.
you want to go be a stripper. Like, do you know that your husband married you because you weren't a stripper? Like, this is
Well,
Not at
niggas
all.
Not
marry
today.
strippers. I
I'm
get
about
that.
to say
Niggas
the
marry
thing is a little
strippers.
Paul George.
Niggas marry strippers, but I'm just saying in their situations they weren't strippers, and I'm pretty sure that's why they were
I
married
don't know about
in them
that.
situations.
What show you said you was watching?
Basketball Wives.
Basketball. It's with Drea.
Wasn't she a stripper?
She's a stripper.
Okay.
So I'm talking about Matt Barnes and his wife.
Yeah.
She was going through it, and that's why I was kind of like throwing out the whole idea of having like, you know how we have onboarding for freshmen or rookies or whatever when they come to the league.
They gotta get
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah, we need to have classes and some type of shit for wives to get ingratiated into the community so they can have something to do with their time instead of sitting around in this mansion
I like that.
and all of this stuff.
With
So
money and nothing to do.
nothing to do. So you heard it in what she was saying. Like, I'm trying to find myself. I don't feel like, you know, I feel like Matt Barnes has all this going for himself and we just got to pick up
That
and leave
bitch is
whenever.
Crazy. That whole family is crazy.
Yeah.
Cause that's this. You know, her sister is Gilbert Arenas' wife. I mean,
I
baby
didn't know
mother.
that.
And they all crazy.
They all crazy.
That's
I'm-
you know, Matt Barnes has custody over his kids because she got like she had custody and lost it because she tried to run him over with a car with the kids.
Shit.
And
With
she
the
got
kids in the
charged.
car?
Yeah, with the kids in the child. She got charged with like child endangerment and all this and other that. And that's why he has custody over the kids now. He talks about it all the time. But the other one is Gilbert Arenas' baby mother. And they're all crazy.
Wow.
Them nice skin
yeah.
They are crazy. Sexy as hell. She is sexy.
Yeah.
But she crazy as hell.
Mm.
And the one that fuck with Derek Fisher.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, she cheated on.
That's the one.
Yeah, cheated on Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes had to drive 2 hours across town.
He had to be a different kind of mad to drive 2 hours.
That's mad. I drive too, yo. That's mad.
Oh my
But,
god.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, but after 2 hours of being mad, bro, I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't even know why I came here, bro.
Nah, fuck that.
God
What song came
damn.
on in the last 5 seconds? Like, what you mean? What song came in the last 5 minutes? Nah. Depending on that song. But, yo, I like what you said, though. I do like the fact that I think that I think they do have that, though. They do have a NBA Women's Wife Association. They definitely do. Because I think, like, the reason I know, because I believe Chris Paul's wife and LeBron's wife are part of that. And I think it's more wives involved. I just don't know all of them. Because I think that's how that's how I know it's real. Shawnee O'Neal, that's how she got the whole line started, because she was in the association and she brought the other females from that line into that. So she was the one who recruited the other females to become a part of that show, because she was part of this and she was used to it. I forgot who used to be on that show, but he didn't have any drama, so they kicked him off.
It's crazy how that works.
Right, right. They want the drama for the ratings, bro. Like,
So you feel me? And
it's too boring.
Yeah, it's definitely a woman association, like a wife women's association. I don't know how strong it is, but it's there.
Okay. All right. Hey, probably.
I feel like they could. I mean, if your husband's that rich, right? You should. I feel like you could. It's gonna sound bad, but use some of that money that you're getting, and start your own ambitions. You know what I'm saying? Just don't sit around doing nothing other than taking strip classes and yoga.
Whose responsibility is that, though?
It's hers.
I feel like it's the dude's
I
responsibility.
was about to say, I think it is the dude's responsibility, because I think it's everyone's responsibility to be. If you're gonna be an athlete and you gonna get in a relationship with a chick, and you gonna want her to be this lolly pop girl or whatever the fuck you want her to be in your life, you want her to be a trophy wife. You gotta know that comes with whatever responsibilities in the future. That's why I say the prenup thing to me is kind of fair, because you know your worth. She doesn't. So if even if she does, maybe you should validate that then on what she's worth, or what she doesn't know what she's worth, and make sure everyone is good at the end of the day. Because most likely kids are going to be involved. Right. If kids are going to be involved, then you got to make sure that they set. So, I mean, I'm not against it. I just think it does suck, but that's our responsibility as a man. That's how I look at it, man.
Yeah. It's just like the performance burden of masculinity. You just got to, that's your bitch. You got to, like, mold her and make sure she can fit whatever you're trying to do, because if she doesn't, then that's your fault for kind of like messing with her.
Right.
You could
Exactly. It's never gonna fall on anyone else's fault but yours.
Yeah, it's always our fault, bro.
It's always our
We
fault.
just gotta get used to
I'm
that.
just saying, like, they could start a business, so like if something does go around like crazy, and y'all want a divorce, you know what I'm saying? You got a business. You don't need his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
You need to beg me on IG Live to buy you a car,
Right?
Like that. Like,
you could say, "Oh, I got a business. I'm gonna take this check that I'm getting and go get my own fucking Mercedes. I don't need you to go buy. Like, come on, man.
yeah, I feel you, man.
Fucking stupid.
But yeah, let's get into some sport talk. I feel like we've never really done that on the show before, but I just wanted to kick off kind of what you guys think about the playoffs this year.
I'm liking it so far. I mean, it hasn't.
Who y'all have winning though? Who y'all got winning?
All the way, Lakers is going all the way. I think it's set up for them to win, and Giannis just got hurt, so
did
he just like a sprained ankle, and he sat out the last
Yeah.
half of the game.
Yeah.
So y'all don't think the Raptors are going back to back?
Who?
The Raptors.
That's dead.
Said
Who's
this
on
dude.
the East can beat anyone on the West?
I don't know.
You got Milwaukee. What the fuck else is over there? The
Celtics.
Celtics.
And Heat.
Yeah, and he.
These are the
He
four
been playing
teams.
good.
These are the four teams that they got beaten: the Lakers, the Rockets,
Is Golden State in the playoffs?
Denver.
Nah, they're not in the playoffs.
They're not.
Nah.
Oh shit.
Denver.
With the Milwaukee Miami situation, is it that Milwaukee is playing bad or is Miami good? Like they're that good,
don't
I
know.
guess you could say.
I didn't
the
see any
Heat
of those games.
having a better squad that is more cohesive than the fucking Bucks. The Bucks is trash. The Bucks is not a good team. It's Giannis. Like
Right.
he's
a freak.
He is a different type of person to try to play. Period. So
Is he out for the
I
remainder?
don't know if he's out. I think he sprained his ankle. I think that
Oh.
no, he
Sprained his
aggravated
ankle.
something. They said I can't
Okay.
remember that he aggravated something. I thought it was a sprained ankle, but
Yeah.
it could be something else.
Chris Middleton stepped up when he had like 21 in the third or some shit like
I
that.
don't fucking like the Bucks. They're never gonna be a championship worthy team until I don't know. They need some more key players. Like they don't have players that win games. Like they don't have those clutch players. They don't have those star shooting guards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just.
I mean, Middleton's solid,
Yeah.
but yeah, everybody else is kind of like you got George Lopez shooting threes and shit. Your center,
Yeah.
like I don't know how you win.
Is
with
that his real name, George Lopez?
Something. He's a Lopez brother.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what his first name is.
He's what?
the Lopez.
Lopez.
Oh,
brother, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who's coming out the East. I would say the Celtics if I had to pick out of the selection. Who is this like?
They're like the most complete.
Yeah,
team.
complete cohesive
Yeah.
team that I can see coming out of the East. If they have to play anyone on the West, they're gonna be in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So who do y'all think is gonna be in the Western Championship?
It's between the Lakers and the Clippers, man.
Yeah.
Like
I
who?
thought the
where-
Clippers were playing bad though.
Whoa, Paul George was playing bad, but you know,
Disappears in the
yeah,
playoffs.
still the Clippers. Kawhi's getting his feel. He's all right. I gotta take over this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be between the Lakers and the Clippers and see how that goes.
I think it's just crazy how the game has changed because, like, being a big man is not just being Diesel. You know what I'm saying? Being what Shaq used to be, just dominating the paint. They want you to shoot threes now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, bro. Like,
gotta
the
run.
game has changed. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, like, bro.
So I guess this is the question that everyone is saying out loud and inside. It's like, yo, does this count? Like,
Right. Does this? I was about to ask that next.
That's how everyone,
If LeBron
especially
wins,
if LeBron wins,
if LeBron wins, does it count towards his
They're gonna
legacy?
put the asterisk.
They're gonna put an
Yeah, you already
asterisk.
know
on
they're gonna
it.
talk shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you already know that's coming.
So, question: Jordan or LeBron
Jordan, LeBron.
or Kobe? Well, you can't put Kobe in there because Kobe was Jordan, but Jordan or LeBron.
I'm taking Michael Jordan. Hands down. That's me.
Yeah,
I'm taking him.
I would take Jordan.
Yeah, it's nothing for me to see that there's a difference between those two. Not to say one is super better than the other, but if I had to have a game on the line, I'm not picking LeBron.
I'm so uneasy. I'm so uneasy about that shit though. Like, why is he so nervous? So
Yeah, I don't
whatever, defer. Like he always wants to defer in these situations until what?
I just feel like he don't want to hear nobody's mouth, so he's just gonna.
Like, why is he so
No,
sensitive,
because
man?
he has people mouth more because of that.
Yeah, like why is
But
he so
at
sensitive?
the same time, like they don't want to be like, oh, Michael Jordan would have made that if he missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I could sleep better.
huh?
Yeah,
I
was
sleep
say,
better
I
with
think-
that.
I think- yo.
You telling
You know
me?
what it was? Is when he lost that first championship game in the high school. I think when they lost that championship, when they were supposed to win, that fucked up his confidence for the rest of his life. He ain't even got no fall in his life. So, ever since that same game championship that he lost, that fucked up his confidence for the rest of his life. His mother probably babied him his whole way after that.
Made him
And
sensitive.
yeah, and it's like, you know, so you feel me? He's now in a position where he does not have to be the one to be put on the pressure like that. If he is, he's gonna pass it off. I ain't got nothing against it, but if you asking me to pick LeBron over Michael, you're crazy. I say Michael do some crazy shit, man. And I'm telling you, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro.
Mike was a killer.
Yeah, he
Mike
was.
was definitely a killer.
And I would never be able to respect that phase that, I don't know if he's still doing it, but when Braun was like flopping and all that stuff,
Yeah,
bro, we don't need that in the game, bro.
That's changed because they made that illegal.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So
yeah, they
flopping is
legalized
illegal.
it. Yeah.
So a lot of these players
Yeah.
don't even do that no more, and you can't. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. If I gotta call it, I'm saying the Lakers all the way. They probably have played the Celtics. If not the Celtics, maybe the Heat. Maybe the Heat. And that would be a weird team to be faced against anybody on the West. But, and then on top of that, I would say that if the Clippers make the championship, do we want to now reevaluate Kawhi Leonard as one of the best players in the league? Because they keep saying that he's one of the best. And I'm there. But this may be a reason for me. I don't know if this season is the reason to make me solidify it. But I feel like a lot of people were going to say, if Kawhi wins this championship this year, I think a lot of people will say he's one of the best players ever.
For sure.
I disagree.
For sure. And I could see the argument if he takes over and like if he's like MVP, you know, he's in there getting into the paint, you know, giving that little fadeaway or whatever he'd be doing now. Yeah, I could see the argument, but I definitely don't respect last year with all the injuries that Golden State went through.
Yeah. I think that set up them to win. I feel like Golden State would have beat them if they had Clay, Steph. Was Iguodala still there?
Yeah, he was still there.
Yeah, Iguodala. Yeah, I feel like the stars aligned for them to win that.
Yeah. That was Westbrook, yeah?
No, that was Harden. He threw that shit up. But
they've been struggling. Houston has been struggling this.
Man.
They have been. And don't get misconstrued by the first win that they had, because let's not forget that these motherfuckers barely beat OKC.
It's your boy. It's your boy there running the ship.
Chris Paul.
That's my guy. And I'll admit it that they lost the game because of Chris Paul really not being able to finish. He's never been a finisher, though.
He carried the squad, bro.
He carries the team, but he's never been like this go-to shooter. And a lot of times he has to be in these situations because they don't have
nobody.
So you feel me? It's like, unfortunately, he can't finish these games for him.
Yo, who was that, yo? Shooting the ball.
Who, Morrison?
Oh, that's Morrison?
Him right there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Morrison.
He been shooting lately, bro.
Yeah, he been making them threes. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Chris Paul because he got shifted over to that team. Petty as shit last year.
Yeah.
I wanted him to beat the Rockets, but it didn't play out that way.
I think the way his contract was set up, if he came over to well, whatever, like he's making more money than LeBron a year.
Now.
Yeah.
I know he was making like $200 million or something like that. It's like, God damn,
That's crazy, bro.
Man, I'm not mad.
That is crazy.
What is y'all impression about football going to be though? Like, what are y'all looking at football to be this year?
I hope it's the same, but I don't know how it's gonna be with all the COVID regulations and all that. Are they having people in the stands?
They will. It won't be full capacity.
It won't be full, right?
You see how college football that Taylor and everything back.
That started?
Yeah.
College football started.
Yeah.
Is it normal? What does it look like?
Nah, it's just barely any people in the stands.
Right.
It's games being played and stuff.
Okay.
So. But I don't believe every conference has opted into playing this year. They're still working. Some of the big conferences are working through if they want to keep going. Especially the Pac-12 because they playing in the West Coast, California, and all that shit. So they got to deal with that. But I want to talk about the expectations for the Tampa Bay Bucks this year.
My God! Don't come for my team, bro. Don't come for my team, bro.
Tom Brady,
yo, listen. The Bucks. It don't matter what she fucking do on offense. That defense is trash, bro. It's trash. That's been our Achilles heel for so fucking long. Like, we were, top 5 scoring offense last year. Our defense can't stop shit, bro. So I feel like it's just going to be, we might win 1 or 2 more games than last year. Yeah. Because we're in a tough conference. We got the Saints, we got the Panthers, and we got the Falcons in our division. So we got to play them twice. That's 6 games. We might win half of those. And then I don't remember what conferences we're playing. But I don't feel like I don't feel like they put Tom Brady in a position where he's gonna be comfortable like he was in New England, because our line sketchy, bro. It's sketchy, and Tom Brady's one good hit away from just saying, you know what, I got guaranteed money. Fuck this shit. He might retire at halftime like Vontae Davis, bro. Like the fuck.
Walking the sunset.
Yo, how do you retire at halftime? I've never heard that shit being done ever, bro.
That's pretty cool, man.
Cool.
If he's got it set up, he's got his life set up to a point where he can just walk away.
Walk away at halftime, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we going back out on the field. Nah, I'm taking my shit off, bro. I'm done.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's gonna be interesting to see you guys. And then y'all got Leonard Fournette. And I'm
Right.
trying to figure out like what's the market on running backs now? Like people not really care about running backs anymore.
See, it's different now because it's a pass ridden league now, and I feel like unless you're a back that can play like Christian McCaffrey or Todd Gurley before he got hurt, or Marshall Faulk, where you're a dual threat. You know what I mean? Like you're back there and you don't know if you're running or passing. But if Leonard Fournette's in the backfield and you know he's on a rotation, you know they're fucking running the ball or doing a screen. So I feel like unless you're like a Christian McCaffrey where you're like a dual threat, it's gonna be the market is just not gonna be there for you. So with the amount of money they're gonna be asking for, like all these running backs want to get paid, and they want to get paid before a certain time because after like what is it 4 or 5 years, the value decreases like a fucking 02 Honda. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Like it's the NFL's tricky now. Unless you're a quarterback, wide receiver, quarterbacks and wide receivers are like the highest paid on the team. So running backs just get dicked. They might do a lot of the work, but they just get dicked, and that's just the nature of the position. Because, like I said, like because of all the changes and stuff, the people are passing the ball more because a lot of rules are set up for high scoring games because you can just air the ball out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just feel like running back is not the position you want to play now. So if you're a running back out there, just lose the weight. Or if you're not that big, then stay as you are. But running back is not it, man. Because lucky Zeke got his deal before he did. Because, you know, the Cowboys wasn't trying to pay him that fucking money. You know what I'm saying? But he was going to sit out, even though he is their offense. He is their fucking offense. Like, he is Dallas's offense.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like Dak is cool, but I feel like he gets way too much credit, bro.
Yeah.
He gets way too much fucking credit, bro.
For sure. He wants to get paid like a top quarterback.
He
or
wants to
whatever.
get right. You haven't done shit. I mean, you've won a few games, cool. You've gone to the playoffs and choked a few times. Like, it's like, come on now. Like, I don't know. I just can't see them. I just don't see the hype at Dak, bro. I mean, he does a good job at doing his job, and his job is game manager. I think the main people that are hyped on him are just the Cowboys fans. Like, it's no way people. And they're fucking everywhere, bro. It don't matter where you fucking go. I was in Arizona not too long ago. There's Cowboys fans out there. I'm like, why?
That's disgusting.
Like, why y'all out here, bro? Like,
yeah. So you got that situation. Then, all right. Who else I guess Big Ben's coming back this year, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was contemplating retiring. Like, for 3 consecutive years, he's been contemplating retiring. But, yeah, he's supposed to be coming back. I don't know how my dad's a Steelers fan. I don't know how the Steelers going to do this year, for real. Because I don't see them being Baltimore. Baltimore's set, bro.
It's tough. But I like, you don't think the league is now keyed on this option attack from Lamar Jackson now?
See, that's the thing. You could be key to it, but that motherfucker's fast, bro.
That's the shit. He gonna get his plays.
He's gonna get his plays. You can contain. I feel like you just gotta play like he's gonna get his shit. Like it's like playing LeBron. You know he's gonna get whatever he gets, but you gotta cap it. Like try to stop as many plays as possible because you know he's gonna get a certain amount of points. Let's seem like so. I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. But it could be the same thing with like the Wildcat. The Wildcat at 1 year it was popping.
Yeah.
Right? And then they tried it again the next year and then it was like, nah.
It was serious.
It was like, nah.
But they were saying Lamar's dealing with some groin injury or whatever in training camp. And that's not good for a speedy,
right. So he might just have to stay in the pocket, bro.
elusive type of guy. So.
All right. And I think it might take a little bit for all these teams, especially like teams like New England with Cam and Bucks with Tampa and all these teams that got new quarterbacks and new people and especially quarterbacks with in new systems, because there was no preseason. They just throwing in the fire. So I feel like the preseason was a way to gauge like, all right, we need to work on this, or the time's off on that. Now you don't have that.
Yeah.
So you're just like, now you got to do this end game, which is like the worst fucking time to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, doing it in practice is one thing, because you're playing against practice squad players and second stringers and third stringers, but you're not playing against starters. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have. I feel like most of the time you don't have, like if you're the Rams, you don't have fucking Aaron Donald. You're not going to be practicing against Aaron Donald every rep. But in the game, if you are playing the Rams, you're against Aaron Donald every rep.
Yeah.
And Aaron Donald's a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's going to be, I feel like the first few weeks, I would say like give it till week 3 or 4 till everything is like smoothed out, because that can be, I feel like.
Well, shit. Because preseason's 4 weeks, and then you're going to have the first couple weeks of the season. It's still kind of like...
Right. It's still right. So it's going to be a stretch. So I feel like a lot of the people that are in like for instance, like the Chiefs, they didn't really lose nobody that important.
Nah.
So I feel, to be honest, even though I'm a Bucs fan and we're loaded, I feel like the Chiefs are going to win.
It's an advantageous situation for them.
Exactly.
Because they don't need the time to mesh or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that'll be interesting. Just seeing all how that plays out. The first game is this week, or was it next week?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday. I don't remember who plays, but I know it starts on Thursday because I saw it on Instagram earlier. But it's gonna be. I'm definitely watching, bro, because I'd be bored as fuck in the house, bro.
All right. Well, that's a wrap up of our 4th official episode.
Yes,
5th unofficial.
Top Boys done it once again.
Top Boys coming at you. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and also leave your comments and let us know what you think.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe, like,
share.
Share with your people, and we're gonna go from there. But remember, don't trash our opinion because your opinion is trash.
Yes, sir.
So,
you got anything to say? Shut your ass up.
Peace.